Hello and welcome. My name is Russell Warren Kukla. In this video presentation, I'm going to do my very best to share with you why I truly believe that we can be America's trim tab, a term you might not yet be familiar with. First, I want to share with you why I appreciate and greatly value movies. First and foremost, for their entertainment value. Secondarily, for their education value, the two relative points, entertainment value, education value. One example, Strictly Ballroom. I truly believe that I've learned the most from watching movies. In fact, I learned about the trim tab during the presentation of the 2019 Oscars from Jeff Bridges, his acceptance speech for the Cecil B. deMille Lifetime Achievement Award. Jeff Bridges explains the importance and the true value of the trim tab. Jeff Bridges.
Being in the life of the movies, I kind of look through my life through the filter of movies. I find directors and fellow actors all over the place in my life. One guy, he had nothing to do with the movies, but I've taken a lot of direction from him. That's Bucky Fuller. And Bucky, he's most famous for the geodesic dome, but he made a great observation about these ocean-going tankers. And he noticed that the engineers were particularly challenged by how to turn this thing. They got this big rudder. It took too much energy to turn the rudder to turn the ship. So they came up with a brilliant idea. Let's put a little rudder on the big rudder. The little rudder will turn the big rudder. The big rudder will turn the ship. That little rudder is called a trim tab. And Bucky made the analogy that trim tab is an example of how the individual is connected to society and how we affect society. And I like to think of myself as a trim tab. And all of us are trim tabs. We may seem like we're not up to the task, but we are, man. We're alive. We can make a difference. We can turn this ship in the way we want to go, man. Towards love, creating a healthy planet for all of us. So I want to thank the Hollywood Foreign Press for tagging me. And I wanted to tag you all. You're all trim tabs. Boom, tag, you're in. Thank you.
I'm sure you will agree with me. That is both a very entertaining and a very educational acceptance speech by one incredible actor, Jeff Bridges. He's referencing the trim tab on the rudder of large ships to help steer those large ships. And he's speaking about Buckminster Fuller. Bucky Fuller, he has one book, Critical Path, mostly known for his geodesic dome, one of his blueprints, I believe in Chicago, Illinois. What will we do to get our Oscar? That is my question for you. Can we be America's trim tab to create a great America? So what are we actually doing to create a great America? The basic unit of structure, two relative points. We are creating a more refined path of least resistance for all Americans. We are creating a smoother and safer path of least resistance for all Americans. We are creating an improved path of least resistance for all Americans. We are creating a higher quality of path of least resistance for all Americans. To create a great America, the basic unit of structure, 2 points. Up and out versus down and in. My question to you, when will you choose the up and out to read and study The Path of Least Resistance and Creating by Robert Fritz, so that we can create a path of least resistance, or will you let those books lie? When will you pick up the path of least resistance and creating, or will you let those books lie? 1992, Russell shared creating with Robert. Bit of the history: I discovered Robert Fritz July of 1992. Shortly after, attended my first 3-day seminar with Robert Fritz in Sonoma, California. When I returned to Arizona, Tempe, Arizona, I was at the coffee plantation in downtown Tempe, the good old days. I looked for a table, asked the gentleman, may I sit with you? Said, sure. Shortly after, another gentleman, Robert, walks by and says, hey, what are you talking about? I mentioned creating. He says, mind if I sit with you? Sure. So with Robert L., since 1992 until he passed 2018, Robert L. never picked up the path of least resistance. Robert L. never picked up creating. So he never created, he never wrote his book, Robert L. So I thought to share with you an audio from Robert, a voice message, and I was wondering what image can I share with you while I share this audio from Robert.
First saved message.
Hey, Russ, it's Rob. I just wanted to communicate something that I really want you to hear. And as your friend and really, in a way, professional colleague in the creative process, although I see you as really a teacher and consultant and me, the student, I just wanted to let you know that my perception is you are so flippin' ready. You're at that age, that around 50, where wisdom really kicks in to an all new level. You're 18 years studying under Robert Fritz, the creative process, the last 10 or 12 years working within the creative process and the healing arts. Just hearing you articulate the principles and concepts, and your listening, acute listening ear when I speak to you, and your ability to listen and then really replay back what you're hearing and then critically offer up your consultations and your viewpoints and vantage points. I just want to let you know that you are really ready. If you want to be in that consulting world, you bring so much to the table, Russell Warren Kukla, that I want to encourage you to go after your true heart's desire, that single senior organizing principle that you talk so much about, that you'll be so fulfilled and satisfied in the middle of when you're there doing it in an organization that's got people that you're learning from, that you're contributing to. You really belong there, and that's my viewpoint. And just wanted to let you hear that, let that inspire you and provoke you to continue making those strides. All right, so listen to that and take it to heart, and I'll talk to you soon.
I'm sure you will agree with me. That is a very personal and a very professional compliment from a very good friend, a best friend, Robert L., who never picked up the path of least resistance and never picked up creating. So he never wrote his book. He never created his book. He did not get his Oscar. To create a great America, the basic unit of structure, 2 relative points. Britannica, English Dictionary, invent, to create or produce something. Cambridge English Dictionary, invent, to design and or create something. Collins English Dictionary, invent, to originate or create a product. Invent is creating. Oxford English Dictionary, create, to bring something into existence. Shorter yet, to form out of nothing. That's where we must understand the path of least resistance and creating. So can we be America's trim tab? It's up to you, so that we can be America's trim tab. The Path of Least Resistance and Creating. Or my favorite books, Out of Crisis, W. Edwards Deming. I'm sure you will agree with me. We are in a crisis. Out of Crisis. My favorite book by Robert Fritz, Your Life as Art. The mechanics, the orientation, and the spirit of creating your life as art, so that we can create a great America. Again, one of my favorites. I discovered this movie 1992 after I returned from my 3-day seminar with Robert Fritz. I hope you choose to pick up, I hope you choose to view a very dramatic, entertaining, and educational movie, Strictly Ballroom.
Samba!
He had the world at his feet.
Come on, number 100!
He had the moves.
Flashy, crowd-pleasing steps.
He had the magic.
I keep asking myself why. Did I fail him as a mother?
He had the music.
The Pogo Pogo.
Rudy Rudder.
Tango, please.
The one thing he needed was a partner.
Stay calm, Liz. Stay calm.
Piss off, Liz.
I'm not dancing with you till you dance like you're supposed to.
I thought that what they danced was wonderful.
Hi, Liz, I thought you should work.
That was unexpected.
What's wrong with me? What is so wrong with the way I dance?
I want to dance with you.
The rumba's the dance of love.
I want to dance with you your way.
You look at me like you're in love. That's it.
Now everything's theirs for the taking.
You won't win if you don't have a partner.
I'm dancing with Fran.
Fran?
All they have to do
You're a beginner, Fran. What the hell did you think you were doing?
is make the right move.
What the bloody hell's going on?
It's no use. I'll never be like them.
I don't want you to be like them.
That's the future of dance sport, and no one's gonna change that.
There's something in the air. It may be love, but it's not. Strictly Ballroom.